Alrighty, guys, another episode of Shellonomics in the gaming series. This is probably going to be arguably my favorite of all the ones we're doing here. We are doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for Nintendo, a game that people still, for some reason, are having a tough time to beat. I struggled with this game for 30 plus years, finally beat it last year, and now we're going on to some fun stuff. We're talking speed running, and we're here with the man, Drifting Adams, who is his best run is 17/10 seconds. Drifting, how's it going today? Thanks for joining us.
Good, man. Thanks for having me. Having a fun time.
Always. You and Skunky are always having a fun time. So, when did you first play Ninja Turtles for Nintendo?
Oh my gosh. What is time anymore? 3 years ago, maybe? I don't know. Time is a weird thing. It's been a couple years when I first. So I originally started because Skunky had put a TMNT bounty out where if you got a sub 18-minute time, I think is what it was. Yeah, sub 18 on the no out of bounds category, then you could win a Sacred Oils controller. He makes these amazing NES controllers. They're called Sacred Oils. Very, very sought after because they're just incredibly well built, especially in the speedrun community. So I was like, you know what? I think I could do that. And I started running the game and I ended up winning a controller. I have it over there somewhere, but I won one that's painted like Michelangelo. But yeah, so it's been a couple years for sure, maybe 2-3 years.
Gosh, so when did you first beat this game without speedrun? Did you ever get to beat it as a kid without Game Genie?
No, I always got lost in the van section. Like as a kid, I figured out how to do the dam and get through that section, and then they put you into the van, and I just never knew where to go. I'd drive around and go into all the houses and find missiles and always use them in the wrong places and just get lost, and I'd end up eventually dying in that area.
Yeah.
I beat it for the first time when I started that bounty attempt. I had another person who was also participating or had ran the game before that, and they kind of walked me through in which directions to go. And I beat it the first time. I believe I used save states the very first time that I played through it.
See, that's kind of the way I recommend everybody do this now, because you have either save states or the Cowabunga collection with the rewind feature. It's like just using training wheels. Get your confidence up, get used to those boss patterns, get used to some basic strats, and go from there. So, another question for you is, since you've been speedrunning this for 3 years, we've seen you on Twitch. You play this game a couple times a week. You've been doing it for 3 years. You keep your energy up. How do you not get burnt out by playing the same first level over and over and over and over again?
Well, to be fair, I played it a bunch when I first started, and then I took probably, I don't know, 6 months to a year off.
Okay.
And it wasn't really burnout. I just got distracted. I get distracted pretty easily. But as for getting burnt out on playing the first stages over and over, it's kind of one of those things where I love playing this game so much that even if I have to continuously reset or things go wrong, I try my best to not reset, but sometimes you have to. And just the fact that I get to be here, I'm appreciative that I get to be here. I get to be playing one of my favorite games of all time. Like, what is there to be upset about?
Exactly. Another cool thing is you also have a YouTube channel. What inspired you to make, as the title says on your video, the ultimate guide to speedrunning the Ninja Turtles game for Nintendo?
Oh yeah, that's funny. That's the very first video I ever made. I started learning TMNT, and there was no real source of truth for learning the game. There was the beginner tutorial Skunky had put together, which was really good, but a lot of the formats for speedrunning tutorials are kind of people sitting down and explaining the game, and then people tend to meander and talk about sidetracked things, and I just wanted to learn the game. And it's, you know, it's just how it's like when you go to get a recipe for something you want to make, and there's this long blog post before the actual recipe. It's like most people are just skipping to the recipe. I wanted to make that recipe for TMNT speedrunning, and there's no game that I had run previously that had anything like that. The closest would have been a Ninja Gaiden tutorial by Shuri Bear. He did a really good job creating that one, and I just wanted to make the template for what I thought speedrunning tutorials could or should be in my brain. And Yeah, it took me like 9, 10 months to make that. I spent a lot of time. I scrapped it at one point halfway through, and um, yeah, it was just I wanted to give back to the community and give people a place of truth to learn the run.
Well, the way you broke it down too is actually a great way. Like you say, with your eats, your recipe. So you preheat the oven because I've seen it plenty of times where you show what to do and then you actually show it in full motion too. So instead of just doing it once, like, hey guys, it's like this. You appreciate that a lot of us are beginners and most of us aren't going to get it on our first, second, third, or even fourth try. So I really appreciate how you broke it down for us all. Your best time is 17:10. Now, for those who don't know, you're on what's called a site called speedrun.com, free to join, and there's a lot of categories there. Can you explain, because today we're going to try and focus more on a glitchless run, but can you explain the difference between a glitched run in Ninja Turtles and a glitchless run?
Yeah, there's certain glitches that aren't allowed in glitchless. Essentially, it's broken down by the likelihood of you accidentally doing it. So there are some things that some people might consider a glitch, but it's something you could actually accidentally do. So it's allowed because it would just suck to rip a run to that. But there are out of bounds clips that are very that save a lot of time in the any percent category that you cannot do in glitchless. You cannot do damage transfers where the strongest weapon in the game are the scrolls, and you can throw the scrolls and do that damage, or you can swing your attack. You can press attack, and before that attack actually hits an enemy, you turn on the scrolls, which effectively does the scroll damage but with your weapon, and that way you don't have to throw scrolls and lose them.
Oh my god, I've never
um,
seen that before. I like your guys' the mousetrap strategy, I call it, where you guys are fighting Shredder. Somehow you're able to throw a scroll, have it stick to where Shredder appears, and then he's just stuck there like a glued mousetrap.
yeah, the
Fuzzy
fuzzy
elf.
elf strat
What's it called?
you cannot do as well. Because that involves with Donatello, you have to throw a scroll, and then before that scroll leaves the screen, you have to jump against the platform where Shredder will spawn and hold against it, and then throw another one and basically sticks a scroll in the side of that platform. So then you launch Shredder back into that, and he just sits in it and takes damage while he's standing there.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
if you've noticed when you fight Shredder, if you stay a certain distance from him, he won't move. He'll just stand there.
That's what I'm learning now, because in a couple runs I've done, I've noticed from yours and other runs, you don't have to wait until he jumps back on the cliff, because in a speed run you're losing so much valuable time when you can just spam your throwing stars or whatnot on the bottom. I've learned that from you guys. Another question for those who are listening to us for the first time on Spotify and YouTube here. Can you explain why it's okay if you get the second or third Technodrome hole? Because there are different categories on that website too, right?
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things about the run is that if you show up to check to see if the Technodrome is home and he's out making coffee or something, it's not a big deal because you can just check the second and third holes, and they each have their own categories. Now, the holes are numbered based on where you spawn in. So the closest hole to you is hole 1, and then they're all in kind of like a backwards L shape. So they're numbered based on their location, but if you go into the first hole and the Technodrome is not there, and then you go straight to hole 3, even though that's technically hole 3, that's a hole 2 check because you only checked 2 of the holes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they're also in order of how quickly you can get through them. 1 is the fastest to get through, 2 is medium, and then 3 takes the longest generally and is also the hardest. One thing of note there, though, is that the Technodrome location you can kind of manipulate based on your start press at the beginning of the game. It's very nuanced. There's a timing to it, and there's not one singular timing. There's actually multiple windows of time frames that will work. Basically, the way it works is during that title screen, that right there, when you see this TMNT title screen,
Mhm.
there's music playing, and you want to time it to specific points in the music because there are moments of frames that if you press it, it'll give you a whole one. It's still not 100% guaranteed depending on how you're playing. Original hardware is probably the hardest to get guaranteed whole one because inside the original NES, there is something called a PPU and a CPU. And those two chips have to start up at the same time when you turn on the console. If they start off offset at all, like let's say the CPU starts first and then the PPU, and they're off at all, you'll never get a whole one. Those things have to start at the same time.
Wow. That's a real fun fact to know. Thank you for informing us on that. And again, Shellonomics getting his own Shellonomics here on this wonderful gaming series. That's something I've never heard of. We're going to do a run for you guys here with me and Adams back and forth. Can you also say why Ninja Turtles is a great game to speedrun? Just on my own feedback before you talk is on speedrun.com, there's pretty much almost, not every game, but there's a huge chunk of games, be it classics like Disney's Aladdin for Super Nintendo. You can run Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Castlevania, Mega Man X. Usually what you have to do is I believe you have to submit your speedrun into a judge. And so far on the runs I've submitted to the Turtle community, I get mine back in a day. I can't say that for other games. Some games have taken weeks or even a month. So are you one of the mods for the speedruns?
I am one of the mods for the speedruns, and there aren't a ton of us, so be patient. Sometimes it might take a week for us. We don't get paid to do it. It's a hobby, and it's something we find time to do in our downtime. We all work regular jobs, so ideally we try our best to get them approved as soon as possible, but yeah, sometimes it could take a week.
Sounds about right. And anything now, let's see here. What is one of your favorite things about the speedrun community as a whole? Because I've submitted my first run without really knowing you too well. And I was a little nervous because, again, a lot of us, it's like we know we're not the pro. We know we're not getting the top dog spot. Our run is not going to be the top one. But I just found it very uplifting how you actually wrote back and said, hey, congratulations on the message back. So is that, how cool is it just being a mod, and just what's so special about this game and the community as a whole?
Being in multiple speedrunning communities, I feel like generally speaking, everybody wants everybody who's running the game to get better. It's not seen as some competition in general where I have to be better than the next person. Like, it's actually really exciting when somebody else is close to your level or passes you up, and you have this like fun, it could be a rivalry, but it's more like a competitive friendship where like your accomplishments are my accomplishments. They make me just as excited. And I love this game so much that anytime anybody new wants to pick up the game, I'm going to do everything I can to encourage you to keep playing it, because I just love that other people are playing it.
Gosh, I've seen so many of you guys. Skunky's another great name. I can't thank you guys enough, too. At the end of this video, if you guys stick around, we're going to have Drifting Adams also plug a special Discord in case you guys want to hang there and hang out with some more Turtle fans. What's also great about speedrun.com is there's also a site on there like strategy and forums. Can you talk a little bit about that besides your tutorial? There is like a strats page on most of these games.
Yeah, every page is going to be different. It really comes down to what the mods decide how they want to set it up. But in general, there will be a section that will have tutorials and strats, and sometimes in the forums, there'll be strat discussions. Like if you really dig through the TMNT tutorial, there was a point in time where I want to say it was like maybe 4 years ago or so, where they were digging deep into, I think it was Confused Mike was digging deep into the code to try to figure out the start press and how the start press worked and how it manipulated the Technodrome. What's cool is all those conversations are still there, and you can look back on them. Now we've learned a lot since then, but yeah, we just try our best to share whatever strats we've discovered with the community and see what we can find out. Like, we have a whole thing where many of us tried many different ways to get the pizza of lies, and we can get within frames of getting it, but can't quite get it.
I know which one you're talking about, and we will gladly check that one out. Yeah, if you're ready to game, whenever you're ready, feel free to show us whatever you'd like to show. And just again, thank you for your time here. And that's the other cool thing about this community, guys, is you just heard it right here. Every single shortcut, every tip, every trick, they share there. They don't keep one in their back pocket so you can get just a couple seconds out of them. They want you to be just as good as them, if not better. And that's what I loved about the speedrun community as well. It doesn't, although it seems like it's competition, I've pretty much felt the same way on every game I've played on there. It's more a family based, you know, hey, let's all win together. So whenever you're ready, my dude, feel free to take it away.
Yeah. So first things first, I am playing on an EverDrive. I'm playing on an analog NT Mini Noir, which is it's an FPGA console. So basically, it's a console accurate console. So that being said, you do have to reset the game. Now, when I reset the game, I prefer to hold start. So I'll start holding start now and hit reset. Boom, and it'll jump straight to this splash screen.
Okay.
This is going to ensure that my start press is as consistent as possible.
Makes sense. Can I also ask you one quick question, Drifting? Just for those who are brand new, there is a rule on some games, including this one, that while you're recording this and sending your VOD in, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, that you guys pretty much need to reset the game before you start. Can you just explain to those viewers who don't understand why they just can't hit start and ready to go?
Yeah, generally speaking, we like to have a reset, and we also want to see the credits incompletely and have it cycle all the way back to the beginning of the game. And that's for multiple reasons. One could be for splicing. There's an unfortunate thing within speedrunning communities, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of times it's really, really good speedrunners, but people will splice runs together where they just take their best segments and then edit it together in whatever video editing program software that they want.
Oh, gosh.
So we need to see, for consistency and timing purposes, that everything aligns and makes sense and it looks like the game is running the way that it should be. Yeah, because it's a sad thing. I feel like it's a thing that happens when people practice a ton and feel like, I can do this in practice, so I should be able to get this time, and then they cheat their way to get it. It's sad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like we said, it's supposed to be a family-friendly environment too, in my opinion. Also, for those, I've noticed too, not everybody has what's called a live split where you can keep your time, and you can also have like subtimes, like splits. And also, it doesn't look like you need a microphone or camera. So if you're mic shy or camera shy or both, I've seen runs approved without both. So it's okay to do that, right?
Yeah, totally. And again, it's going to be dependent on the game, on the board. Every board is going to be different and have their own different set of requirements. So be sure that you check the rules for whatever game you decide to run. But yeah, for TMNT, you don't need a camera. You don't need really anything but the game. You don't need to show your timer. As long as the game is there and it sounds like it should and looks like it should, then you're good to go. Me personally, I don't know how long I'm gonna push this. Who knows? But I like to have as many redundancies as possible. I like to show the camera. I like to show my hand camera. I like to show an input display. Just as many things as possible so that there's no dispute that I did it, right?
That thing is, now I've seen another friend of mine who runs Mega Man X. His name is Ali Forrest. He actually has something similar. So where do you, if you don't mind sharing, Drift, where do you find the way to have your buttons on it? I think that's a really badass overlay to say, hey, look, I'm jumping at this time to show this is me playing it. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, so there's a program called RetroSpy, and RetroSpy is an input. It basically is an input display viewer, I guess. I don't know. Words are weird. But yeah, RetroSpy is the one. And then this version of RetroSpy that I use was created by a previous TMNT speedrunner named Confused Mike.
I love it. So as always, guys, for those who are experienced with this game, Donatello is pretty much going to be the main star of the show. Sorry to Mike, Raph, and Leo, but they'll still make a cameo appearance here when they're getting wet and wild. So feel free to take it away whenever you're ready, Drift.
All right. So yeah, we're going to reset again. Reset. Hold start. I'll do that, and I'm going to save here. All right. So that way we have a save state.
All right. And who says this game isn't for kids? Because if you're not looking both ways before you cross the street, you can get run over right off the bat. So this is definitely a kid's game.
Yeah, and so this part actually is not bad. There's these lines you can see how there's like lines separating the road.
Mm-hmm.
This line that I'm standing on right here, The safest bet is to just be past that line. Once I'm past that line, any further past this line, I'm safe from the first vehicle. It will not run you over. Like I can just walk, boom, it's not going to touch you. So you just want to walk down, walk left, walk past that line and turn down, then just turn right. There's going to be 2 foot soldiers. Just take those out and go into this hole. All right. Once you're in here, the easiest is just to climb down. Just climb straight down. Nothing's going to attack you. You can attack up, you can attack down, take out whatever enemies you want. Jump over. Now here, because I killed those 2 things, there's going to be a line. Oh.
So this is what they call it. Is that what they mean by RNG? Just how stuff can randomly start popping up depending how you go?
So Turtles is very weird. Depending on how many enemies you kill and depending on what enemies you kill, it will change the enemy sets that you see coming up. Also, if you move differently, it can change them. So like if I go here, you'll see this way, I now have this row, I have those flies down there, and now there's three flies up here.
Wow.
But if I drop off, I just kill that one. I kill those 2. I'll get a similar pattern, but now there's not 2, but there's 2 upstairs. See how there's 2 up top now.
Nice jump too, by the way.
Now if I kill these, come back. Will he bounce back or do I lose him?
No,
there you go. Now I kill him. Now there's no enemies on this platform. Now there's 1 bug down there. Okay, and we got 2.
Wow.
So it's really dependent on what you do and how you move. Not only that, each area that you kill things can change the enemies in the next area. So you don't have to do it the exact speedrun way, but I would suggest trying to be consistent. Like if you're just going to walk down here, all right, I'll just let them all pass. Let them all pass. I don't even have to kill them. All right, what's that mean for down here? I get a wall of bugs. See that? I didn't kill anything, and now I get this wall. Nothing's dead. Wall of bugs.
Jeez.
So it's easiest to kill at least 2 of them. And then walk off, and I do a down attack right there. Now, even if you take a bunch of damage here, don't worry about it. These are actually, this area doesn't matter that much because coming up, you're going to get all your life back. So even if you just walked off of here and you're like, ow.
Don't throw in a towel just yet. So you're okay with, yep, you don't have to throw in a towel just yet. Gotcha. It's okay. Understood.
Yeah, none of this matters. Like for casual playthrough, none of this matters.
Very cool.
Now that being said, we're going to go over a couple things here. All right, let's take out this foot soldier. How dare you? One of the things that makes TMNT tough is that as a kid, I thought there was a small jump and a big jump. That was it. I thought there were these 2 jumps. And those make it very difficult for certain areas to get through, but there is a medium jump. See that medium jump?
Ah.
It's a light, medium, big jump. Learning to medium jump on command is huge. Like it will save your bottom many times. Sometimes a big jump is too much and you're just feeling crazy. Getting this medium jump down is big. The second thing I'll go over is something we call the gondola. It can be done with Leonardo. It can be done with Donatello. If you are holding the jump button, I can walk and do a down attack at the same time, as long as I continue holding the jump.
Wow.
This makes it super easy for certain enemy types or certain areas where you're just running into chaos. You're like, oh, I'll just gondola through there and it's not going to be that big a deal.
Like we talked about earlier, this is not glitchy, guys. This is part of the game. This is not cheating. So you're doing everything within the rule book.
Because if you're holding jump, like let's say you're holding jump and land, you could do that on accident.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a thing that you could do, and so we didn't want to cause that to be a thing that you could get disqualified for. That's silly.
Oh yeah.
All right, so now is our first boss. Again, if you go into this first boss with full health with Donatello, switch to Donatello first of all. Go into this boss. You do not have to worry about getting damaged at all. You can literally just walk into this boss and swing your bow. Just keep running at him and swinging your bow, because the health here doesn't matter.
Which is incredible. Yeah, and you're wasting more time when you're trying to jump around again too for speedrunning purposes.
Yeah, but also for a casual playthrough, like
that's true.
why stress out about having to jump around and like, because you could go in here and switch to Donnie just because he does the most damage. So, and I could be like, oh no, I don't want to get touched by a pig.
Yep.
Don't touch me, piggy. You know, try to conserve all my health.
Yeah, and then Rocksteady bops you anyways, so you can't even go high.
But for speedrun purposes, we want to get hit by that enemy.
Really?
We want Bebop to damage us because Donatello gets a damage boost at 4 or less health.
So is that for 3 of the 4 turtles? Because I know Mike and Leo also had that ability. They do more damage when they're half. Okay.
Yeah, Raphael does not.
Yeah, he just is good for some reason he just is good against
hated Raphael.
Yeah. Damn, he's yelling at everybody.
All right, so when you get out of this manhole, you're gonna go up, and then right at this part, just turn left and bump into this building. This will make it so this vehicle does not bother you.
Oh wow!
It makes it super easy to avoid. So I'll save it here. So this is where you're gonna refill your health. This pizza is infinite. You just leave and come back. So if you took a bunch of damage with your turtles, you can just switch to him. I think Leo's good at this point, but yeah, you can just switch to him and refill your pizza with the infinite pizza DoorDash.
And make every turtle happy. An all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
For no cost. And it's not dirty. It's not on the floor like in the other beat 'em ups. It's actually clean. It's quite sanitary.
That's right. It's floating in the air. So in this game, there's mini bosses as well, but they won't show up. The music starts, but they won't show up until you've taken out all the enemies on the screen. Now the mini bosses they vary depending on how many enemies you kill in those areas. So if I go here and I kill this guy and one of those bugs, that's going to give me a chainsaw guy. The reason we spawn the chainsaw guy in the speedrun is that if Donatello's at 4 or less health, this guy only takes 2 hits. If I go here and I see I'm at more than 4 now, and I jump down here and I spawn chainsaw guy, now it takes 3. And an extra hit is like half a second. But casually, this is usually what's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this eyeball thing. I'm going to refill all my pizza. Let me fill my body with carbs. And then you're going to go down. You're probably going to drop down here. You're going to take these guys out. You're going to get rid of the fart guy. You'll walk down. Just take your time. Now, because I killed a bunch of things, this enemy is going to be a frog now.
Oh man, he looks exactly like the Princess and the Frog movie from the 80s, that creepy looking frog. Wow. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for the frog, you could just stand on this ledge. It's actually the frog's a really cool sprite. I've always wanted a PB with the frog in it just because it's so silly.
He doesn't have many appearances in this game. Is that his only appearance? He's got to be somewhere else, right? Okay.
He'll show up other times as a mini boss. He only shows up as mini bosses though.
Okay.
So you can jump up here. Oh, well, now I got a chainsaw guy. Things don't always make sense. Yep. Welcome to TMNT. 3 hits. So what's interesting is if I get the chainsaw guy, these enemies are going to be that. They're going to be these like floaty bugs, right? See these enemies that are here? This is the easier enemy set to deal with. If I get a frog, I'll force the frog.
Okay. Well, I noticed too in this spot is you don't want to be up close after you defeat this mini boss because otherwise you're going to get hit by that flying thingamabob. You have to like wait to until the music stops playing from the boss fight.
Exactly. Now I can't get a frog. What the heck? Game, please. All right, frog, yes. Hooray.
Thanks, Kermit.
See, I'm not even worried. Like, he can't even get me. He just licks the wall. So just stand up here and down attack him. But now these enemies to the right turn into flame enemies. They turn into these airplanes. little eyeballs. See how the enemy set changed.
Ooh, that's a lot more to tackle.
Depending. Yeah, and they're a lot harder to deal with, honestly. But most likely, that's what you're going to end up with. Most likely. So, come on, Froggy. Smash your face. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take care of this guy. I'm going to take care of those airplanes. Now I've got the better enemy set.
Huh.
Oh, he switched back. Doesn't matter. Just take your time. I think one of the big problems that people do in not only speedrunning and casual play is that you will walk away to avoid enemies, but when scrolling the screen, it means you bring enemies back.
Now, is there a way if they have the I call him the Buddhist monk foot soldier, you can just like jump over him, right? If he's not attacking you, if he's doing his meditation, you can kind of just jump over him, right?
Yeah, that is a much kinder name. I call him I call him the fart smeller because he's crouched down, he's smelling his own farts.
There you go. That's a good one.
You're much kinder.
Yeah. He's eating all that junk
yeah.
pizza. That's why he's lactose intolerant or something. There you
Yeah. So you can, if you get close to him, he will just crouch down, and he doesn't hurt you when he's in that state.
Oh wow, you just sit
He
there.
only gets up if you walk far enough away.
Very nice.
All right. Kill these. See, if you get this set, kill this guy and just run to the edge of the screen. Because then you do a gondola right at those pipes. Moving yourself to the edge of the screen means I can jump instantly and get up here. And this guy never stands up. All right.
Now here's the move I've been learning, and I want you guys to check out his ultimate tutorial, please, because this is where I learned this little trick. I call it, I don't know if this is called anything, I just call it the American Gladiator, because, you know, in the beginning of that Eliminator event, they're running up that treadmill to start the show. So this is an awesome tip right here. This is a great tip.
Yeah, so this is the easiest way. Just jump, and then let these bugs go. Bye.
There you go.
That's it. You don't even have to deal with them. And if you want to go faster, you'll jump again, and then just walk to the edge, and they'll all fly away.
And there's no wrecking him either. That's what's a beautiful tip right there. He's not even showing up.
Yep, nothing's there. Makes it super simple.
Now
up here.
Do you ever try to go super fast to get up there before the bugs? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you've pulled it off. I saw in a couple other speedrunners, like they actually run all the way past the bugs. I've yet to get that good at that spot, but this trick you show right here, I've been able to do very easily now.
Yeah, it's a lot more nuanced because you have to hit this jump.
Yeah, we may not get to it, but I'm just curious.
There,
okay, 1, 2,
and then you got to get to the edge, and then you have to do what's called a conveyor belt boost off, and that gets you past. But the problem is you have 2 frames to get this first jump, and then when you land, you have 2 frames to get the second jump.
Oh, wow.
Ideally, you get a 2-frame first jump and a 1-frame first, or you get a 2-frame first jump, 1-frame second jump. That's the fastest version, but generally we do 1-frame just because it's like easier. See, that's the faster version.
Okay.
It's slightly faster. It's like frames faster, but it's faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
So same thing here. Yeah. You're keeping your ideally, if you're trying to do this like not, I guess as a true speedrunner, that damage boost comes into Mass Effect when you're fighting Rocksteady, I presume, right? How many hits less does it take to kill Rocksteady?
It takes 1 hit less.
Oh, nice. Again, seconds add up. There you go.
So now we're going to head up this ladder. We'll probably have to speed up. I could do this all day. Just walk to the right and then jump straight up. See how he even threw boomerangs? It didn't matter.
Wow.
So
yeah. They don't even chase you.
Climb up, walk to the right, and jump over. All right. When you hit this edge of this door, Rocksteady's going to spawn. Hi. Attack, walk away, attack, walk away, attack, walk away, attack, walk away, attack, walk away. Just keep doing that. Like, he might hit you once, but it'll keep him in a state where he stays on the ground.
Wow. So by walking away, that disengages his jump pretty much. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'll jump. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I usually do it, but that's yours is a lot more like a peaceful way. Less anxiety induced. Save that for later in the game.
Boom, 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 boom. Jump him. Boom, boom.
Bye-bye.
You can do it. You can attack him from the top of the boxes, but it's actually not that easy.
Yeah, everyone loved this as a kid. You thought you were so cool doing this trick. It's like, hey, I learned this from Nintendo Power. And it's like, well, wait, why is he not getting hit? Why is he not getting hit? And then sometimes you just run out of patience. You're like, I'm going down. I don't care. But yeah, it does work.
Because you have to look at him. He'll do this like animation. So as soon as that bullet fires, boom, swing. Bullet fires, boom, swing. Bullet fires, boom, swing. Bullet fires, boom, swing. It's like you have to watch his animation to get it correctly. Otherwise, you'll just be sitting up there swinging and missing a ton. Yeah, there you go.
That's how you defeat Rocksteady. Without sweating.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear more about these two jumps that are coming that still give me the heebie-jeebies. We got one coming up in this level, and then when you go get your missiles, I'm excited to hear a little bit more about this as we deep dive.
All right, so here, just walk forward and kill that bug and get on the ladder and wait for these bugs to go past, and then attack them when they return. Easy peasy. Now, if you want, you could just walk forward slowly and then do up attacks to kill these.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Fine. That'll leave up attack. Up attack the bug. Small jump and up attacks. Up attacks. Look at it. We just slowly take our time. Look at your bow will not kill those.
Oof.
It's fine.
Now, while you're playing this Drift and the other like skunkies and the real good guys at this game, are you quietly keeping track of how many enemies you killed to try and get those sub weapons to pop up, like your boomerangs and throwing stars?
I don't count. I do it based on feel.
Okay.
I know as long as I'm like consistent with the things I kill. Like here, I need to kill this. I need to kill that. I need to kill both those. I need to kill both those. That. I need to kill that. I need this guy to throw a shuriken and kill him. Now I know where my sub weapon will drop.
Really?
Because I killed those things the same way every time. I know where my sub weapon has a chance to drop.
What?
The thing that about sub weapon drops is they're super nuanced as well.
Yes.
Every 25 kills, a sub weapon can drop. But a sub weapon will only drop if you kill that enemy on an even frame. If you kill that enemy on an odd frame, no sub weapon. All right. Walk forward, attack, get on the ladder, wait, go up, attack, up attack. I like up attacks because they cover a lot of space.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for these. Look at him. Look at that jerk.
Jeez.
Boom. All right. Walk past here. Another mini boss. Now there's pizza up here, so it's not a big deal. If you just walk up, this guy doesn't hurt you. Just walk forward, kill him. Again, up attack. Pizza, hooray. Ow, it's fine.
Yep.
See, but just inching forward.
They are.
Inching forward instead of just running forward is going to be a lot easier.
So tiptoeing through the tulips. Gotcha. Instead of just blitzing.
Yeah, you don't.
Which is funny for speedrunning because this is actually, is this how you would do it? You do like the inch by inch?
No, if you want
okay.
speedrun strats, we got a tutorial for that.
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like speedrun strats were like doing this.
That's why I pretty much want anybody to go who wants like the ultimate guide here. And that's just pretty much in your subconscious now, I presume, by doing it so many times. It's just automatic.
Yeah, like that was the fastest version, but he didn't die fast enough because I have too much health.
Right.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I've played this game a bit. But yeah, you can hold forward. Like, what's the worst thing that happen? You're gonna bump into things and die. So there's this guy, you can up attack him or wait for him to fall down and eventually he'll die. You got this little fart smeller here. Jump up onto this platform and jump left. Now when you head up here, there's gonna be this other fart smeller guy. You don't have to kill him. You can jump over him, but if you could just get close, he's gonna keep standing up and crouching, standing up and crouching. Just take him out. You can kill all these if you want, but they're not gonna bother you. They're just gonna create lag. So just do a bunch of up attacks. So even if you lost a bunch of health back there, even if you ran through everything, there's a full pizza. You got to fight this tough boss to get it, but there it is. Climb the ladder.
I like how you said that too. That's just an optional spot if you need food, which is very nice of the game to do. See, the game is very giving with food.
Yeah, it's not bad. Now this jump, you want to be as far left as possible before you jump. And don't stop holding left after you land. See how that enemy bumped into me? That'll probably happen to you, but if you keep holding left, he won't knock you back down the pit. If you make the jump and then stop, you're probably going to get knocked back down the pit and then, you know, eat a slice of sadness pie.
Yeah, and do the whole thing over and over and over again, like I did many a times.
Yeah. So when you get out of there, just walk up to the edge and then go right. 1, 2. Let me drop into the swim.
Very nice.
Splash.
And if you guys check out our good friend Drifting Adams on Twitch, he has a #1 song here, Blank in the Shoe. You're going to have to check him out live to hear what that song's all about. I want you to check it out. It's a great jam.
So the dam is a childhood nightmare. It's not that bad as an adult as long as you know where to go.
Do the bubbles mean anything?
No, they're just there to look cool.
Okay.
If they do mean something, we don't know what they mean. But there are currents in the dam. We're not even going to worry about that. You're just going to swim through. You can wait if you want. Wait for the electricity and then go. But you can also just damage through almost all of this. Go up. Grab this bomb. And you drop back down.
And you're pushing, yeah, you can see right here what you're pushing to. That's why I love that little thing you got going there. Yes. So by going that fast, you only got hit once.
Yeah, exactly. The electricity only got me once, which most likely, even as a casual playthrough, if you pause for those lasers, most likely they're going to get you once. But it won't always only get you once. That's the tricky thing. Like, it depends on the current that you get in the dam, which is a very nuanced thing to go over. Like the swim in the dam, trying to track down the current is a whole video all in its own.
Let's definitely check out, again, Drifting Adams' YouTube channel for more info, guys. It's just a nice, chill playthrough to help y'all who are casuals or just want to learn a couple things here and hang out. Talking Turtles.
See, I kept my boost. Now I'll get rid of my boost on purpose. See how fast I swim through here? It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
But because I kept my boost, if I move correctly, I can move faster through there. And that means this only hits me once. See how that hit me once? That's because of the speed. That's because I kept a boost. Now, if I don't have that boost, yeah, make sure I lose it on purpose. This is going to hit me twice. Every time. You can see how the current kind of pulls you. But you can also, if you want to avoid this, just drop down and then swim up. Electricity went away. I'm going to grab that.
This is one of my favorite tips.
We want to grab the bomb. Was that?
This is one of my favorite tips I learned from you is if you hold right, and this is on your video, if you hold right while taking apart that thing, you're not going to get hit by that electric seaweed. That usually stabs you for one. That's a great tip.
You rarely will. Like, I can just go through all this. Like, yeah, that seaweed, though, is not going to... And then I just switch turtles when I'm getting low in health. But yeah, that seaweed won't touch you. You're correct. If you hold right, it's not going to touch you.
Yeah, it's one of the not thousands, but one of the very many tips that I've learned by watching that tutorial.
So we swim through. We get the bombs. Like, hooray. Look at me. I'm a turtle.
You guys, Raphael still makes an appearance in this playthrough.
Yeah. He gets electrocuted a bunch. Taking one for the team, Raph.
Now, what I like about this game while you speedrun is you get little cutscenes. You can actually almost even get little breaks. You can't hit start to skip these, so you get a nice little breather too. I kind of like that.
Yeah, some people complain about it because they want to be like,
yeah, go.
They claim it breaks their flow state.
Ah, okay, true.
But I agree. I like the break. I'm like, oh, I get a chance to stretch my hands, resituate, talk to chat.
Exactly. It's like calling a quick timeout. You're fine. Momentum's going good.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody. I think this is the greatest speedrun on the NES, period. I've speedrun a bunch of games. This is easily my favorite, and part of it is just because it uses the entire controller in very interesting ways, and there's not a whole lot of downtime.
No, and
so that makes this break even nicer.
Yeah. So what's your theory on how that TV is still plugged in and working even though they trashed the place? We're trying to still figure that out. Everybody has their own theory on that. How is that TV still able to work and Shredder's able to communicate through there?
Oh, well, he knew. He was like, all right, we're going to trash this place. Leave the TV plugged in.
There you go.
Or he's just in there. I don't know. Like how, yeah. So many questions. How's his hand protruding from it? Like, what is that about? He just crouched inside of the TV. Like,
exactly.
What's going on here? That's the bigger mystery. All right, so we get in the van. Drive against this wall. Drive up. See how when I get inside this van, if I drive into these bushes, drive up here, and then drive into this wall, the tank that's up there will just not happen. You can see it kind of drives and then goes away. Usually we're going to do this, right? This causes that tank to show up, and it's like it could run into you, like just cause you problems. So just don't save yourself the trouble and run over here and just make it not be there at all. So then we have to exit and go into this building. Generally speaking, I use Mike here. You can up attack these balloons if you want, just forward attacks. Take these out. I'm not super concerned about taking damage.
And why Mike instead of Don here? How come Don finally gets a little time to breathe?
In the speedrun, we use Mikey here. Generally speaking, we lower Michelangelo's health to 2 blocks of health.
Okay.
Because that's the exact amount of damage that is taken. So if you get Mikey here with 2 blocks of health, a body hitting the robot's body will take 1 full block of health. And then the robot flame attack takes half a block of health. So that should put Michelangelo at half a block of health, which means you can grab the missiles, take 1 hit, and exit the missile house very quickly.
Yeah, I see a lot of people do that. That's almost like a blackjack basic strategy. I picked that up watching your videos and others where it's like, yeah, we got to let a turtle go here. It's a lot faster than going through the funhouse again.
Yeah, way faster. And what you can do also for this part is just hold forward and swing. Like none of this is going to bother you. Maybe that one.
Nice,
fine.
Yeah.
And then this robot, you could just jump. You don't have to fight him. Then there's pizza over here. Don, you want pizza? You hungry? No, just jump over him. Jump up this. All right, and we got these, I call them space fleas. I don't know. They look like little astronaut fleas.
Yeah. There's a resemblance.
So there's going to be
like
a robot here.
Huh?
See that robot?
Hmm.
If you jump at the end of this platform, it makes him fall through the floor and you don't have to deal with him. You just walk to the edge and jump. So I'm here, I jump at the edge of that one and he falls through. It just makes him, and if you want, you can attack him. But if you attack him, I'm going to warn you, it takes 2 hits with Mike and then 2 hits for the head.
Yeah. No thanks.
Now Donatello will kill him 1 and 1, but now there's going to be another robot up here. The easiest way is to switch to Don, climb up, and just swing.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm going to jump, switch to Don, climb up the ladder, and just swing. Because the swing even if the robot runs into you, the swing is long enough to kill the body and the head. It should kill both things.
Magnificent.
So now, if you're here, you can walk under this ledge right here. You can see where I'm facing. This is the easiest clip. Like, it is a glitch, I guess, but I remember doing this as a kid. So if you want to make your life easier, just stand there and then jump up and press left to get these. It'll make your life so much easier. See how my toes are on the crack in that floor? Jump, and then once I hit the platform, I hold left.
We'll follow the crack. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Or you can use the door frame, whatever you want as a visual cue. If you feel like that's cheating, that's fine. I get it.
So the judge, well, again, because you are a judge for this, you're okay to do that in the glitchless run, or no?
No, that is considered a glitch.
Okay.
So we'll kill that. We'll move to the right. We'll take out balloons. The reason I say as a casual playthrough to do that though is like, one, we did that as kids, so who are we fooling? And two, this jump over here is not an easy jump.
No, it's not. I agree all the way.
This jump is a nightmare.
Yep, I still yell when I jump over, like, please, God, no. Just
So if instead you go this way, I'm just trying to make your lives easier. Instead, just go this way. Sure, fight you, whatever. I'm not worried about you.
Exactly.
Walk to the edge, jump up, grab your missiles. We'll switch to like Dawn or whoever you got health with. Now you can go back upstairs to get that full pizza.
Oh yeah.
Instead of having to make that ridiculous jump, and you still get the full pizza. Like, just save yourself the headache, or do whatever you want. I'm not your real dad.
You got these little Technodrome baby eyeballs. Yeah, and then you're done.
Yeah. Take out stuff. Get back in the van. All right. So now there's going to be a vehicle here. We fire and then fire again. Shoot. Now, the easiest way for this is when you hit the edge of this next building, fire. Just get rid of that guy.
Yeah, you got plenty of missiles anyways, right?
Exactly. I turn left and then drive down. Just avoid that vehicle altogether. Don't worry about him. So there's another one here. You're going to fire. Then fire. Say take 2 bullets. Now here, just turn down low. Fire. Take that guy out. Easy peasy. Break this. You can kill this or just wait and pass him. Like, bye. Turn up, run that little guy over. I am not worried about these guys at all. Because when I drive up, I'm going to shoot. And break that barrier. Break that one. Now I should have enough missiles to turn and shoot this guy. Shoot this. Now this, see how there's that vehicle? Drive up and then move over. Usually he'll leave, but if not, just come over here and get him to move. he just moves away for you. He's like, all right, my bad. And then drive through. Bye.
You shall pass. Not pass. You shall pass. There you go. Nice park job
and I
too
have
with
an
the
extra
van.
missile. You could shoot him too, but yeah, it's exactly. They're kind.
Yeah.
If you're playing the game casually, I urge you to park the van in its proper parking spot. This is the official van parking spot. It's clearly notched out for it. So you get out of the van and go into this. The easiest thing to do here when you go into this doorway is make sure you're Donatello, walk in and just hold left and mash attack. Everything will die.
Or get out of your way. Very nice. Wow.
There's a flame enemy here. So, boom. Just hold left and attack. Oh, yeah, and you can hit things with the back of your bow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
and it's always going to be these, and it's always these enemies too. You can't manipulate this part. It's always the flame guy, or
No, you can. You can
Oh,
get different enemies
okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah, if I would have killed too many things in the dam house,
Mhm.
this enemy set would be hamburger robots.
Oh, that's how that works. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and so if you get to this room, you walk in and it's the wrong enemies. Let's see. Yeah, it's too far now.
Yeah, that's
But if you
okay.
walk in and it's the wrong enemies, just leave and then go back in and it'll change to these ones.
Oh my god, that's exactly what you can do in that house with the missiles too. You get that once, you can go down and back up. Man, that is some crazy magic here.
Yeah, it doesn't work on all buildings, but this
Right.
one it does. So even if I run into that guy, again, if you have tons of health here, the last thing you need to worry about is health because you're gonna get health. Right. So I could run into these guys. It's fine. Drop down. See, I just walk off and kill him.
Yeah.
It's easier because that enemy's not gonna bump into you. They're like what do they say? Sharks are more afraid of us. I don't know if I believe it, but that's what they say. So I'm just gonna walk off the ledge and then just attack. He'll leave me alone. He's like, oh crap, I'm out of here. It's Donatello. He's scared. Up attack these. We got this little guy. Same thing. Bye.
Just a random question for you too. Is there any sub weapon you prefer, even though you really don't pay attention to them too much anymore? But if there is one you recommend for casuals,
Yeah, shurikens. Single shurikens. Boomerangs are cool though, because like see how Donatello has boomerangs? I can throw boomerangs out and then switch to Mikey and give him boomerangs.
one of the coolest tricks ever. I always like that one. We're
Oh my
givers.
god. Yeah, here you go, Raph. Now everybody's got boomerangs.
There you go.
The coolest thing about boomerangs is that, they're pretty much infinite as long as you recatch them.
And they go through stuff too. Sometimes, like in the when you're looking for the Technodrome, I notice those throwing stars don't go through like the construction or whatever you want to call those things.
Yeah, then we'll go through the walls like
Yeah.
the terrain sometimes.
Yeah.
Which I get, but the shurikens do really good damage.
Oh, there is a difference in damage. Okay.
Yeah, the shurikens do the most damage out of all the sub weapons.
Very nice to know.
The second most, well, the most out of the sub weapons they just drop. The most is the scrolls. The second most is the single shurikens, and then I think it's triple shurikens, and then boomerangs do the least amount of damage, probably because you can just keep getting them again.
Mhm.
So, all right, we have boomerangs here. I prefer. Let's see if we can. It's really hard to force a sub weapon drop. Like, really difficult to force a sub weapon drop.
And sometimes for me, what happens is like, well, I'm glad you explained how you get these because sometimes if you don't have a sub weapon, it turns when you grab one, it turns it on. It's like, no, I want my staff. Stop, and that's cost me a couple times.
Yeah, you
to
have
play.
to be very mindful of that.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
You start to get used to the sound
Okay.
that they make, and then so if you hear it and can't see it before you grab it, like a lot of us just press select very quickly in hopes that it doesn't ruin our life.
Right.
All right, we'll drop down. We got balloons. Kill the balloons from up here. Jump over. This will probably be hateful. Do not stop walking there. I don't care what enemy is there. Don't stop walking. It will bump you off. Those enemies don't care about you, and you will most likely outlive it. Hop. If you want to kill these, kill them, but you're going to have to kill that guy. Be mindful. Attack that one. These you could just walk across. It's a tiny hop there. Walk. See how I walk to the edge? That balloon can be a problem. So walk to the edge and just wait. Even if it's the other enemy type, it'll be a problem. Because now you can jump easily across and kill this. Oh, you gave me boomerangs again, you jerk water.
Yeah, you were waiting for something else.
All right. So now we got pizza again. Walk across, jump up and get the pizza. Again, walk to the edge, get rid of one of the airplanes and then the other. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think that's what they say. Now, depending on what we get here, see it's a flame guy. It's quick. Maybe we can, I wonder if we can force a robot.
Well, that might be the, let's see.
Nope. But either way, if it's a robot, and you want the robot to just fall, because the robot sometimes will be a jerk and he'll just hang it out the top. Walk to this block and then walk back. He'll walk directly off.
Oh, wow. Nice mind manipulation there. Okay.
If you walk here and stay here, he's so close to you that in that robot's brain, he thinks he can hit you.
And then
So he'll just stand there and flame you.
Right, and that does, again, those are seconds that add up in a speed run, but like your way is a lot easier. Just walk backwards, you're fine.
Yeah, just walk back. He'll fall.
No jumps needed.
Yep. So I do an attack, a forward attack, and walk off at the same time there.
And again, no jump needed. Just forward attack and go straight. Gotcha.
Just forward attack. Yeah, don't jump. Jumping is going to cause you problems here. Then there's going to be an enemy. Just walk to the edge and then jump over him. Very simple. Even if it's a robot, you can jump over him. This is another pizza. You can get infinite. So if people need pizza, you switch. And yeah, everybody eats. It's like a cookout. Everybody eats. All right. So now we got these guys. Just walk off and attack.
Now, your first time playing this as a kid, were you shocked like I was when you saw the second boss? You're like, what in the world?
Oh, I never got this far.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never saw a Mecha Turtle as a kid.
I got to the airport, unless I use Game Genie, that's as far as I got, because that's where I get lost. But yeah, that turtle van, like you talked about earlier, you could get lost there if you don't have Google Maps, that's for sure.
That's exactly the thing too. That you nailed it. Is like my kid memory of video games is definitely cloudy because I'm like, did I use a Game Shark? Did I really do that? Yeah. All right. So, Mecha Turtle. The easiest way to do this is to jump from the edge of this box. I'm going to jump from the edge of the box and hit him once. Walk to the edge, turn around, jump attack, down attack. If he hits you, let his sword hit you. His sword doesn't do any damage. So the easiest way is to turn around, attack, jump, and attack. Boom. And then I just hop when he hops. Now, if he hits you, it's fine. But if you do this right, let's see. Let's see if we can manipulate him. Attack. Boom. See how his sword doesn't do any damage? Wow. It's like not a problem. No damage. As long as you don't touch his body, you're fine. Huh. No damage. No damage.
He can't make it up there either with it, right? On that building? Okay, cool.
Exactly. So basically, you want to get over to this box. Jump, turn around, and then just jump and attack him. Now, depending on where this guy spawns, just walk away from him. But when he flies up like that, you want to up attack and run away. Don't stand under him because he will land on your face. And this boss, and all of them do 2 damage every time you touch their body. You see that?
Oof. Yeah, he's quite difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Even the face tank can work if you have 4 turtles healed, but like you say, if you're not mindful of your own health, it'd be quite unfortunate to die there. So
yeah. So yeah, as long as he doesn't touch your body with his body, you're fine. You can do all sorts of silly ways. Just don't let his body touch you.
Now, can you actually hit him when he's starting to come to life? I think you can, right?
Yeah, you get a brief window of time.
You do?
Try to jump off. You get a brief window of time that you can hit him before he even moves. We got a airport. This is the hardest part of the game. It's evil.
Yeah, the mecha maze and...
All right, so we go in. Hamburger robots. Annoying. So I leave. Go back in. Oh, no more hamburger robots. Kill these. You got another full pizza here. You're gonna get this guy, right? Already despawned. So so the trick with that is, because that guy can be annoying. We know we got robots, so I leave, I go back. I move the screen. See how I'm scrolling the screen?
Yes.
So there's just barely enough for him to walk off of it. Now he shouldn't come back. As long as I don't scroll the screen too far. If I scroll the screen further, he will come back. But if he does come back, you do the same thing. He's walking down there. Just walk to here and let him walk off the screen and then go back and get the pizza. He just kind of exits. He's like, all right, I know my place. All right, let's get rid of balloons.
They're not paying me enough like the other characters. I'm out of here pretty much, because he doesn't appear too much in this game.
This is their day job. It's not they're not career. Don't kill this. Jump over this guy. Or let him fall down the ladder. That's fine too. I like that even more. Just let him fall down the ladder.
Oh yeah.
Look at it. Look, he's a little idiot. Oh my gosh, we got a Whitman. All right, so we'll go over here. Scroll the screen. Ouch. Doesn't matter. Walk over. Get the pizza. Buy balloons. All right. Yeah. So just walk over here. He's going to fall down because he's a dummy. Me.
That poor guy's 0 for 2.
Yep. Grab the ropes. You're going to need these. So here, usually we hold jump and do the gondola attack. Okay. But that you could always wait. Wait at the door. There might be balloons. If there's balloons, you just up attack them. But then depending on the enemy up top, you want to wait at the door frame because that'll give them enough space to walk off the ledge. And as soon as they hit the edge of the ledge, you just jump up and over them. That's bugs. Neat. That means we're going to get a Whitman here. So I'll just walk to here. He should spawn right about when my head goes under this ledge.
Nice.
All right. So it's...
No, so there's a way, like, I don't know if it's done by accident, but I've seen people actually just say, I don't need the ropes for the first 2 jumps. I've seen people do that, which is nuts. Is that considered a glitch?
I believe that is that's a good question. I don't think it's necessarily a glitch.
Okay.
I think it's allowed in glitchless.
Okay.
That's a good question though. I should know, but I don't think it's a glitch.
Okay.
Because you're just manipulating. You're not doing anything outside of the code. You're just using damage boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that in the speedrun, but you need the robot for that. You can't do it with Whitman.
Oh,
well, you can. You might be able to, you can do it with the bug, but the bug is slower.
Okay, gotcha.
So you want the robot here instead of the boomerang guy.
Okay.
To save time, if you're doing this speed run, jump over these pillars and then throw your rope from the right hand side. It saves time. You might even save a whole second.
Now, how'd you get that double jump?
That double jump is a 2-frame trick. You have 2 frames that you can press during that jump that gives you another jump. We call it a happy hop. It doesn't save any time. But yeah, it's just the trick that you could do. It's like swag, I guess. You're like, yeah, I could press those 2-frame window.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because if you look when you walk to the pillar, see how it has to scroll the screen, then push your turtle?
Yeah.
So you want to jump over these pillars because otherwise you're just losing time. See that? See how it pushes your turtle over to the position you're going to be in anyways?
And that one you need the rope, right? That's imperative. You can't jump that one without a rope?
You can only jump the first 2 without a rope, but you need the robot head. You can't just jump them.
Yeah, you can't just say I'm going. I got it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta damage boost off the robot. Here's pizza. If you want some pizza, if you're feeling hungry. More pizza.
Yeah, this is one where you guys can check out our buddy's full tutorial, because this is where a trick can happen if you want to get a little dirty.
Yeah. So we got the good pattern here. You can just hold forward. Let's see if we can force the other pattern. Nope. They really want to give us the good pattern. It's like the one you want in Glitchless.
Of course. Well, that's what I did like a basic, little tip thing too, and it's like, hey guys, this is gonna be 3 technodrome holes. Oh, of course, it's on the first one, and I'm not speed running. One of the rare times you get that. It's like, all right, I'm curious to see what happens for us when we deep dive into the drone. But yeah, so far so good.
All right, so we walk off, jump. I just stop. Walk. Ooh, shurikens, neat.
They appreciated you with the nice compliment you gave them a few minutes ago.
Yeah, shurikens are the best. They really are. All right.
Now, do those numbers mean anything to you, or you just pay attention to the map with that number 1 over there?
That's just like where you are. I don't pay attention to those.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go up. They do matter, I guess. Like, cause now, see, I'm in 2. That means I'm progressing. I'm going the right direction. If you're in a 6 and you go back to a 5, you're probably going the wrong way. So it can be helpful. The easiest thing to do against this guy is jump him. You can kill him, but see these lines? I jump right at this line. This is why a medium jump is good, because if you medium jump at that line, there won't be any more enemies, just these turrets.
The whole run. Wow, and that's a usually nasty spot. There could be like 2 or 3 of those dudes there. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, like if I kill this guy and then I kill a turret and now there's another one. I've upset the balance of nature.
Yeah.
All right, we drop down. There's a guy that spawns here. This is one of my favorite parts of the run in a speed run. We call this biscuits and gravy, where we do this. And they use the shurikens.
Yeah, there you go.
It's called biscuits and gravy because basically you save a ton of time doing that because you are eliminating sprites from the screen, which reduces lag.
And you didn't get hit by any of those little dudes on the ground either, because if you get hit by one of those guys, that can be a little disaster when they gain.
Yeah, they put you in the mosh pit.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught in a Whitman mosh pit.
Oh.
Up we go. Into that hole. Now just climb down and down attack. Climb down and down attack. Nothing fancy. Just, all right, bloop, bloop. Jump and jump. I think the second one here, you can actually, so even if I walk, I think I could just walk. Yeah, you can just walk over that last one.
Now, when you're doing your own personal speed runs on your Twitch and YouTube, do you take out all 3 bugs, or do you just hit once and then go and try to take out the other one?
We take out all 3.
All 3? Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is, for a speedrun capacity, this is one of the worst holes. Your run can end here because these enemies, when they throw their boomerangs, is totally random. So we're not going to worry about them. We're going to the hate hole. Just go here and attack that guy as he jumps. Then take out this bug.
Very smart. Drop
down, jump over to the edge. He's going to jump over you. Go under him and attack him from here. So I'm going to jump up and kill this turret.
Yeah,
here you want to do a down attack.
I love that early attack. Love that early strat because I love that early strat because the guy didn't respawn either. You had it in the perfect spot right there. He didn't come back either. Well played.
Yeah, he won't. Yeah, as long as you don't walk to the left too far, he's not going to come back. Up attack. There's going to be a bug. I just jump that bug and then I jump and down attack. Light, small jumps, small hops and down attacks are very good. So we're going to do a big jump and up attack that. Yeah, when I first started speedrunning the game, I used to do that, like move to the right of that platform. I didn't attack him. I would just jump over there because I knew he would jump over me. And then once he did, I would go.
Like, so long, sucker. Another.
This, you just down attack that bug. And then these won't hit you. Oh, he hit me. He made me a liar. It's because I walked off the edge. If you stay in the center, they won't hit you.
Right, yeah, I saw you slip out. Oh, wait. But again, minor damage there. Nothing, minor collateral.
This guy's very easy. tough boss.
Saw you sweating
You have
over
to
there.
kill that guy. What's that?
I saw you sweating over there. We saw it.
Yeah, my hands are super sweaty.
The run's gonna come to an end right here at this guy.
From the fireworks. The fireworks are going to kill us. If you happen to lose a turtle along the way, this next hole will have a turtle in it. There'll be a turtle here. The next room is kind of rough for a lot of people. There are scrolls. If you want scrolls, you can go this way. There would be a turtle here if you lost one.
So that's
Now, if
usually
you
what
wanna
the
get scrolls-
speedrunners do, right? Usually that's usually where you rescue your turtle that you lost when you were getting the turtle van stuff, right?
Yeah, we go like
Okay.
this, and then we go like this. So, so that is a very nuanced trick as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because ladders are for suckers.
That'd be a nice T-shirt. Drifting Atoms. Ladders are for suckers, and only the speedrunners would know. Wow, what a jump!
So
Talk
that was
about
a conveyor belt boost. What you want to do is a casual play.
Yeah.
I'll go back. Casual play. What you want to do is not worry too much about this first part. You're going to drop down here, jump across, and down attack that bug. Now that you're on this platform, I scoot forward and just attack from here. Don't let that happen though. Honestly, what I suggest doing here as a casual player,
Is it necessary to get
If
the
you want-
scrolls there?
if you want to get the scrolls here, it's not necessary. If you want though, if this is where you want to get scrolls, you're going to jump across, kill these bugs, right? I'm going to jump and grab the scrolls, walk forward and kill that guy.
There you go. Yep.
But the reason this is hard is this jump is hard.
And that stupid
that
bug
jump
comes
is-
back. Yeah, because you can forget about that bug too that comes back, which is no fun.
Yeah, you don't want to. So otherwise you rescue your turtle and then you leave and you go this way.
This is the way my buddy goes, I believe. Let's see here.
It is easier technically.
Is this 12? Yeah, this is the whole he likes number 12 also because he likes
Yeah, 'cause
the treat at the end, and he's like there's no fire jump.
Yeah, that's the reason right there is the fire jump is the real problem. But yeah, if you got the health, you take out the health. You can't see the pizza yet, but there it is. There's a sprite overload issue. So the pizza doesn't show up until you take out enough enemies for the pizza to be able to show up.
Wow.
But be mindful of who you give that pizza to because you can't come back and get another one. Because when I go up, I mean, you can, but you're going to take damage doing it. But see, the turrets are there.
Yeah, you're losing at least half your health, unless, like you say, you have a personal. Pretty much, I would do that if Donatello's low on health and you have like Raph or Leo at full, and you want to get Don back to full, just have Raph or Leo eat it. But yeah, usually it's not the wisest choice. But teach their own.
So now we're in 15. Drop down. These lasers are a nightmare. See that?
Yep.
So instead, fall off and forward attack.
So all you have, how do you fall off the ladder instead of going down? You just hit the right.
Just press to the right.
Wow. Nice.
It's faster. It's easier. You just time your attack. Boom.
Later.
Here, the easiest thing to do is to switch to Mikey and take these out because he can kill those in one hit. And a lot of things I notice when people learn speedrunning this, or even if you're playing it casually,
Yeah.
is that as soon as you land, you can hop. So I land, hop instantly. You'll make the jump. As soon as your feet touch the ground, hop.
And it's only one stick per spike, right? As long as you're in and out like that, you're only going to lose 2 sticks compared to all what you can lose up top if you get stuck
Exactly
in
it.
traffic.
And then there's a full pizza here.
Yeah, so it's like nothing happened.
Yeah. It's funny. The spikes are funny though. The hitboxes are funny. You can crouch in them and not take damage.
Wouldn't Mega Man have loved that in the old Mega Man games?
It's so bizarre. So then I walk over here and just jump out. I down attack to kill those, but you don't have to. So in the glitchless category, this is the move. Jump at the edge of this, jump and do that. But as a casual player, that's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
So you still jump to this, kill this guy, just down attack him, walk to the edge and up attack these. Now you have nothing here.
Very nice. Now I got a quick question for you just while you're doing these on your own. Do you ever do like I guess maybe we call them reps? Like do you ever just say do you start your runs all from start to beginning, or is there a spot with your save states where it's like all I want to do is focus on this jump today?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Okay.
I just do full runs, but yeah, I recommend it. It's good for practice. Yeah, it's called save state practice. It is very, very good. You're like, oh, I want to get down this, you know?
Yeah.
So I just keep loading but yeah, here you're just gonna down attack that and then walk through. Jump and do a forward attack. See, I did a forward attack and now I'm in this weird little middle. The forward attack is huge. Because those bugs don't care about you. You could probably just walk down here, but then you got to fight Whitman. Go the way the game probably wants you to go.
Yeah, and again, losing a couple seconds if you're trying to run, it's a lot easier. And that's another thing I learned from watching your ultimate tutorial, because I didn't know you can actually just say, yeah, we're going to just, defy logic and go through a conveyor belt. And no harm, no foul.
Yeah, because even if you take damage on that, but I took a 1 block of health.
Yeah, and we got good news for you anyways when you get down a little farther, so...
So if you wanted though, you just go here, and as long as you crouch, you won't move on the conveyor belt.
Oh wow!
So you walk over, wait for that laser to pass, and then walk. Done. Jump up and do a forward attack. Now we're gonna get these guys right. So I'll just stand up here. Take them all out. Easy peasy.
Especially with all the health and everything, you can rescue a turtle if you run into a pinch. And here we go. Here's another part where people are going to have their anxiety up a little bit there.
Yeah, the sarcophagus walls. So the easiest way to do it is to jump and bonk your head. So I'm going to walk to the middle of this block. See the middle right here?
Yeah.
That's where I want to jump. So that way I don't have to worry about falling perfectly. I'll just boom, jump. Drop, jump. The jump will bonk your head and put you in the hole.
Oh my god, I never knew that.
It just makes it a lot less stressful.
Instead of, for me, it's like you gotta like crack your neck and like at the last second turn when you come. Because if you don't, you're screwed. Wow, just jump and you're done.
Yeah, you still have to fall on these ones on the middle because you don't get the sideways movement, but.
And are you doing similar to the jump before the dam there, Drift? Are you holding the way you're going on your D-pad? When you do that jump? Okay. I mean, we can clearly see it here, but just curious, right? Okay.
Now the easiest way to do this boss, is to go under him. When the hitbox shows up, pause it. Now just attack him. He opens his mouth again, pause it. No mousers ever come out.
And he's still taking damage, and now that's not considered a glitch, I wouldn't believe, right? Because that's not really doing too much witchcraft.
Yeah, that is considered a glitch. You cannot do that glitchless.
Okay. So if you want to just do it the old school way, you just have to stand under Donnie and poke him. You'll get him, but okay, gotcha.
Just be Donatello. Don't attack as fast as you can.
Oh, okay.
See how I miss?
Yeah,
see how
that's huge. Wow.
My damage is a lot slower.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to attack him during his invulnerability frames. So you want to time it out. It's 2 cycles. It's not bad.
Not at all.
Otherwise, there is a trick called the nudie pause. Nope. There. It basically glitches his, but of course, that is very much a glitch.
Yeah. Wow. He is sleeping there. For more on that one, thank you for sharing that little sneak peek of what they can check out on your ultimate tutorial. Is it on there? Did you break that part down?
Oh, yeah.
Man. Awesome.
Nudie pause is definitely on there.
Let me get a nice little break in the action here. It would have now. It is here. I don't know how they could have implemented it in the game, but since we did get to have the turtle event, I thought it would have been cool to use the turtle blimp because we don't get that in any video game. I don't think we ever get a turtle blimp in any of the retro games.
Yeah, a little scrolling shooter would have been fun.
Yeah, just a mini game. So can you? So now that is always, is that always going to be hole one? Because you were talking about this earlier.
This is hole one. The numbers of the holes are always the same, and they're based on your proximity to them when you spawn in.
Okay.
So I spawn here. This is the closest hole to me. So this is hole one. This is hole two. See how much further it is? Hole two.
I never knew there were different spawning points here. I guess I just never paid attention.
What do you mean?
Well, like you were saying, like how that's always hole. So yeah, isn't this always hole three?
Yeah, this is always hole three.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah,
they're relative. So I spawn in at the level, and they're relative to where your location of origin.
I understand now. Okay, gotcha.
If you ever take a game over during your playthrough, if you have to continue at any point, the Technodrome is always in hole three.
Oh gosh, that's right. I saw that in Skunky typed it out in your stream on YouTube Live not too long ago.
Yep, always hole three. If you lose a turtle, or you just want to come get some health, or both, there's a turtle down here. You can rescue a turtle down here. And then there's also this pizza, which I feel like is the easiest place to. There's other pizzas up top, but they take longer to get to, and it's really not beneficial because you got to deal with a bunch of chaos. For this, you don't even have to scroll the screen. I can climb to where my foot is in the ledge and just walk over. And because it's a half pizza, it almost refills your health completely. So it's like it's faster to grab that pizza, leave, and then come back and just keep grabbing that pizza than it is to go upstairs and get the other pizzas.
Yeah, you're dealing with a lot more chaos up there. Indeed, you got birds flying at you, dropping their whatevers, and those little mechanical pink dudes are around. Oh yeah,
way more chaos. There are scrolls in this building. If you want, you can farm scrolls here. You just gotta be careful because there's some hate in here too.
This is that's where Raphael can actually, if you need him, he can shine there because he can kill those dudes at one hit. But yeah, my first time beating this without speedrunning, I think I got about 60, and everyone's like, Mike, that's overkill. Like, dude, I want 60 with every turtle because of what happens. I again, like you said, I didn't know it was about, I think you said earlier, about give or take 25 enemy kills to get a sub weapon to pop. So what would happen is you stock up one turtle and, oh, oops, there it all goes. Now I got 20 boomerangs instead of 60 scrolls. So
exactly.
Yeah, I like his quick release there. Boom.
You can come up here and just grab your scrolls if you are so inclined. You can keep coming up here, keep refilling these scrolls. I mean, scrolls are neat. They're really not needed yet. I think it's common to think that casually you need them for the Technodrome. It is fast. It can be fast to kill them or use them on the Technodrome, but it's really not needed. There's a very, very, very easy way to kill the Technodrome without scrolls.
Wow. So again,
it's really easy.
If you're looking to save time. Oh God, the amount of time. And speaking of saving time, my fingers are crossed during this recording that you get this in hole number one. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. So in the speed run, we jump here and we glitch through the ceiling. There's like a ceiling glitch, which is very nuanced. And it's not that bad. This is probably one of the easiest ones. This one's very kind. Like, it's kind of hard to screw up. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna climb down and break this block and stay here. Try to lure this trolley-poly over. He'll either fall down the ladder or he'll jump away from you afterwards. So now we're gonna head down here. This is beneficial to get on the edge of this ladder and fall down and then do a down attack. Like, just mash down attack. Boom. And get through there. Because even if a porcupine's got like one of the evil Sonics spawn, like even if that happens, you'll most likely damage boost through them and be fine.
I just found out like last week you could actually hit what he throws at you, that porcupine. I never knew that. I thought you were always taking damage, so I just learned that a week ago. So
And
yeah,
they do tons of damage.
yeah, one or two
All
sticks.
right, not hole one. Which is fine, not hole one, so we're just gonna climb out. No big deal.
Now, when you glitch down there, can you glitch back up?
No, you gotta climb back up
okay. Okay, gotcha. I was curious on that.
Yeah, you gotta be a regular turtle on the way back.
Yep,
But what you can do, what we do, yeah, see these, see how much damage they do?
Yeah.
There's nightmares.
Thanks, Doc.
What we do is we sacrifice a turtle.
Ah, okay.
So that'll just like losing a turtle will get you out of the hole.
That's actually where like, hey, Porky, please come talk to me. We'd like to get out of here as soon as possible.
Exactly. Or you run into a trolley poly or yeah, we do a good old fashioned death warp. All right. Just get the heck out of here.
One down, two to go.
So I already know it's not going to be hole two. Just
Really?
because I've done my start press so many times that I know that the window that I press start in is always 1 or 3.
Huh.
But we'll go through hole two.
Is that interesting? And it was funny, like everybody has their own little theory of what hole it was. We were just trying to do some science projects and some research, so to speak. Like, hey, if we kill a turtle, will we get hole 3? If we don't rescue the turtle, will it be the first hole? But I appreciate all the insight you've given us right off the bat about hole and start. How you can there's a Hail Mary chance where you can manipulate it.
Exactly, and that's all it is. Like, see, not hole 2. I knew it wasn't hole 2.
Yep.
So in a speedrun capacity, what we would do then is we would bring a turtle out. They would already be low health because we played through a ton of the game and lowered their health. And we would just take damage and get the heck out of here.
By lowering their health, like you say, you have your turtles a little bit stronger as well, so it makes kills faster. So a lot of pros. Kind of funny, like when you see us now. Again, appreciate all this insight there, because when people are watching, they're like, "Why is he not getting a pizza? Is he lactose intolerant? I thought turtles love pizza." Well, not for speed running.
Yeah, because then I'm going to do less damage. And
yeah, you're gonna feel
can't get out of.
Essentially, you're gonna feel bloated by eating too many carbs, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want that. So the easiest way to do hole 3 is the worst, and it's because of this beginning. You have to deal with this like trolley-poly situation. There's like evil Sonic, trolley-poly. You could switch to Dawn and try to manipulate this enemy, but it's kind of a nightmare if I'm being honest.
And the clock's running too. Yeah, so it's like if you have all the time in the world, try. But it's I've done this before. This little thing, yeah, it does take. It's almost like that Rocksteady thing you talked about earlier in the video, where it's like you could, but
yeah, if you're trying to conserve health, do that. You will kill him eventually. If you just want to get through here because this hole is evil, you want to be Mikey. You're just gonna fall off the ladder and just hold right and keep swinging.
Huh.
Like, yeah, it took some damage, but not that much.
Oh. And it's good to see Mikey getting a lot of love in this show. Wow, he actually does serve a purpose. I'm being a Michelangelo fan. I'm very cool to see all this loving.
Yeah, he's actually pretty decent. He can be used a lot. We got the trolley pulley caught in a weird elevator. So then I like to stay Mikey for this part, and I drop down and get over these guys, break the thing, jump. I realize that seems like a lot, so let's do this the easy way.
Yeah. So all you gotta do again when you're trying to get off this ladder, just you tap it once to get on the ladder, and then immediately hit left or right, and then you could fall off. That's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
All right, so we killed that. So these are very predictable. They seem very crazy, but they're actually pretty predictable once they start moving. So I'm gonna get him to try to fall down the ladder. Bye. So like, I don't worry about killing all of them. So here I'm going to pause at the top of the ladder and just wait for them to figure their lives out and then fall off. So he just leaves. He's like, all right, I'm out of here. So I'm here. I just wait at the top of the ladder. All right. Tag. Now there's going to be... Oh no. What the heck happened there? Oh, it must be a hotkey. There's going to be a troll or a evil Sonic. Oh, he's not there. That's so kind. A lot of times there's an evil Sonic here. If you run towards him and swing, I use Mikey usually because I'm not worried about him.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
But we got lucky.
Done this
Let's see if we can get him.
Just, is there a way you can throw a ballpark number of how many times you have played and speedrun this game? Is it in the 5,000s yet? Like from 3 years of doing this plus your childhood?
Oh my gosh, probably at least. I don't know.
It's just a crazy ballpark. I mean, it's pretty sure it's impossible to count, but I think 5,000 would be fair.
For sure. Thousands for sure.
And that's why it's such a beautiful game. Because like you say, with all the randomness, even though you're able to control most of the randomness, it's still just you never know when you're going to run perfect to get that sweet time.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you want to be as consistent as possible. All right, so I'm going to go down this ladder. I'm going to pause again. Move to the left if he goes right. I just want to be patient. Do large jumps and down attack these like spider things. I don't know what they are.
Yeah. Still find it funny. They have Bebop and Rocksteady, but no Krang anywhere here.
Yeah.
He would have been a cool fight, even though I guess they had Mecha Turtle and the other Turtle. He would have been cool to have fighting on top of the building. But here we go. Let's learn how to fight the Technodrome scrollless, folks.
So easy. It's kind of dumb. So I'm just going to walk all the way to the right and crouch. The electricity doesn't hurt you.
It's just there for show.
Now it will hurt you if you touch it. If I'm not crouching, it'll hurt you.
Okay.
So now I'm going to up attack these turrets. Leave that foot soldier. If you leave him alone, he will leave you alone.
What a nice peace treaty you signed with him today, Adams. I appreciate that.
Hop up here and just do small attacks. Wiggle around and just do small jumps with small attacks. See how I attacked him? Now his friend is like, oh, you killed my brother. My name is Inigo Montoya. I just wiggle around and do small jumps with up attacks. So crouch. See if I don't crouch, it hits me.
Jeez, that does slap too. So
I walk over. You don't even have to kill the right turret, but it just makes it so much easier.
Oh yeah. Just it's not really. I mean, it's killing time, but like you say, until you get more confident. Like I said, this is just a recommended way to do this to get your confidence up.
Yeah, because you can even go over here and kill this hatch.
Right.
Look at now the hatch is dead. You're home free. Nothing here. Nothing else is gonna hurt you from here.
Yeah, just don't touch the eye and you're good to go.
Yeah, just do small jumps. Barely tap the jump button and do up attacks. Don't press it too hard. The only way you're going to hit that eye is if you do a large jump.
Here we go. Everyone's favorite. I made it this far, and that hallway of doom. Or what do you guys call it? I guess the hallway of easiness because you've dominated this hallway now, or is there any nicknames for this spot?
It's just the yellow hallway, but so here the enemy sets can change. I got a foot soldier. I do not want to kill the foot soldier to my left. I just want to do a big jump and down attack those and then crouch into those.
I've never seen that before. As long as you don't move, he stands pat. I guess because I'm so excited on there, I just move right off the bat. Wow. Because I saw you just standing like, yeah, we're good. Just chilling.
Yeah, honestly, the best thing to do is to jump here, attack, and then do gondolas to kill these.
Okay.
To kill those, because then you don't have to worry about them. If I kill that guy though, it's gonna change the enemies to my right. Usually.
Yeah, that's where the stormtroopers come in. Nice. Done.
So we got lucky, and it didn't. Yeah, you can get the space things. Or,
Yeah, those guys are nasty.
Or what some people do is if you have scrolls, you just throw a scroll. Right?
That's actually not a bad strat at all. Yeah, if you got those either in the house or if you got them from the flame house, bam.
Well, let's see what happens. Because, yeah, this game is so crazy. You really don't know what enemy set you're going to get. I'm getting hit by that guy. That's rude. His hitbox is much larger than expected. I wonder if it's on spawn. But anyways, we can speculate all day. We'll kill this guy.
Yeah. There he is.
See? I moved differently. It's because I moved differently. That's all it took is just a different movement. So I prefer just to go forward. But do a big jump. Big jump down attack means you won't run into those.
Go forward and don't look back.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it might be easiest to... Yeah, that's probably going to be easiest because then you don't worry about getting hit by this.
God, the incredible reach of that man and his staff.
So good. I prefer to fall down this ladder, but I feel like may or may not happen. So if you go down the center, get here, fall to the right, then walk and jump that. And then do a gondola. This is why gondola is so important. Because the jetpack enemies are very vulnerable to just gondola under them. Sometimes you'll get a low jetpack enemy, but just gondola.
Again, if you guys for some reason skip that part in the beginning, all you're doing is holding the jump button down, right?
Yep.
Okay. Very nice.
So I'm going to go here, fall down. This is another area. I'm telling you, gondola for life. If a duck pops up, just gondola. Mash your gondola. What are we even doing? Why are we making our life so hard?
Now you have one or two ways to go, and I'm curious to hear what way you recommend.
It depends. It depends on your turtle health. I'm curious. I want to see something real quick.
Sure.
I think I can up attack all these too if you want to do up attacks.
Very nice.
Yeah, you can just up attack everything. All right. So because we are doing this casually, we'll definitely get the pizza. You can mash attack through here. Just mash. Boom, got the pizza. Just mash.
Do the monster mash. Making our way downtown.
If you have the health, this is the fastest. And honestly, it is way less of a headache. You do a big jump, you walk here and just fall straight down. Don't move, then go.
Only 2 hits there. Usually I've seen people take 3 or 4 because if you move, you're going to get stabbed by the wall, even though there's no spikes there. The screen thinks you're there. Wow. Well done.
Yeah, so I go here, walk off, big jump to jump over that, walk to the edge, drop straight down. Drop between those and then jump. If you hold forward, you will bonk on those kangaroos. Look at them. They're annoying. Look at them. Look at those little idiots.
And that's why I don't like the top route, because there's one that really doesn't go away up that way. So I'm actually starting to even like this, as long as you have the health, like you say, for sure. Plus, if you needed to, you could rescue a turtle, guys, if you went down all the way. We don't need to, and I don't think many people need to, but just in case, that's another rescue turtle spot.
The scrolls are upstairs. You do have a pizza.
Right.
But it's so long, and honestly, it's harder to go that way.
I'm learning that too. I agree. I would have never thought that. I agree. I would have never thought that. But playing this game, running it, and then just looking back, it's like, yeah, just only 2 damage. So don't play mind games with those jumps. Walk forward, jump, done. See you later.
And then fall straight till you hit the spikes. Then hold. See, I only took 3 hits through that whole thing.
Unbelievable.
Because if I fall down this hole and I hold forward, oh dear.
Yeah,
I'm holding to the left. Yeah. I hit those and they knock me back, and then I'm like, I take way more damage.
Wow.
So just trust the process. Let yourself fall. You could also switch between turtles, but yeah, just fall straight down. Straight down, boom.
Unbelievable. Yep. And then that's it. And then you're not home free yet. We still got a lovely hallway coming up, but yeah, it's wow. So I would say anywhere between 3 to 5 hits. When you're on your A game, 3 hits. Incredible.
And then this next enemy here, this enemy is called Space Arcus. Many of us are familiar with the speedrunner Arcus. This enemy specifically is Space Arcus. And the reason is, if you've ever watched Arcus speedrun, let's see if we can get rid of Space Arcus. If you've ever seen Arcus speedrun, he goes hoo-ah. So if Space Arcus is not there, we can do a hoo-ah and through-ah right here with a medium jump. So you want to come here and go here, hoo-ah, and through-ah, and it'll well, I'm there we go. No, my subpixels. But yeah, you could jump here. There we go. Nope, my subpixels. But yeah, you could jump from here to here. I just can't seem to do it at this moment. And we call that the hoo-ah and through-ah because Space Arcus is not there guarding his hoo-ah.
Very nice.
I always say he's out making coffee. I'm like, oh, Arcus must be making coffee. But otherwise, we say good morning, good afternoon, or whatever to Space Arcus. Hello.
Yep. And then goodbye.
Respect him.
Bid him adieu, and we got places to go. We got to go take out Shredder here, guys.
Exactly. And casually, I would do a large jump here, right here. Always. Because sometimes there will be a hamburger laser right here.
Ooh, yeah.
Like one of those hamburger robots. I don't know why, but sometimes a hamburger robot will be there. So I would just do a big jump. You'll always avoid it. This is the hardest clip in the game. This one right here. This is we just call it second clip. It's really difficult to get into. And then you have a 2-frame window to get out of it. It's really difficult. But it saves like 10 seconds or something ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure.
So then here, see these pipes? See how my bow is hitting these pipes?
Okay.
I jump here and just jump over that guy. You'll clear him unless he throws a boomerang.
Jeez,
but
awesome.
Otherwise, we'll just attack him. We know he's gonna be there. So I'll swing right at this. See this like thing in the background right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll swing right here. That'll hit him like right when he swans. So I'll swing right as I cross that. Boom, and then I turn back and hit him again. Here we're gonna jump. I jump at this crack. Do a small jump and turn back and then hold down and attack. This is kind of a tricky spot because there are these enemies. What I do is just attack, turn back, and attack. Attack, turn back, and attack. You're going to get hit by these bugs because of the violence you have chosen.
Yes.
But you shouldn't take more damage than that one bug.
That's nothing to sweat about. Like you say, you'd hope you'd be in pretty good shape here too if you got your pizza and played your cards right.
Exactly.
There, yeah.
Because otherwise, if you want to be a little bit faster, you do a attack and a medium jump, an attack and a medium jump.
Very nice.
And that way,
you also have the scroll option too, right? If you were somebody who picked up some in that house, I guess you've.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
If you got scrolls, you just run through here. Scroll the world.
So interesting.
Jump over here. This jump can be tricky because of this turret, but you want to get over here and get this little spinny thing.
Oh yeah, that's definitely worth it.
Do not do it with a turtle that has scrolls, because you might lose your scrolls here jumping into everything.
Oh, good point. Here we go. I would say this is probably the hardest part in the game compared to Shredder, or the second hardest part.
Yeah,
the sub-boss.
it's definitely not easy. There are many ways to do this. The probably the most casual is to walk forward. When you see jetpacks, duck. Let them fire, walk forward. Jetpacks show up, duck. Let them fire, walk forward. Jetpacks show up, duck. Let them fire, walk forward. It's just, they're allergic to ducking.
Yeah. Now, sometimes you get that low spawn. What happens there? Once in a while,
just hold forward. If you
Oh,
get the
wow.
low jetpack, just hold forward. Do not stop holding forward because you will continue walking and the jetpack will despawn from the left.
Oh, nice.
If you like freak out because you're like, oh, I got hit,
Yep.
and you stop, you keep that enemy on screen and give him an opportunity to fly back toward you, and now you're dealing with a nightmare.
Damn. Yeah, very true. Very true.
The other way to do this, oh, I didn't save it there. Oh no, I did. Here we are. No, we're here. Let me get back down there. I didn't save in that door.
No
Do
problem.
this. We'll do this. We'll do this. Take these out for lag. Whee!
They are.
Mosh pit.
Yep.
All right. It's because I killed 2 bugs before I went for the thing, so
Oh, wow.
it spawned extra guy. We'll get hamburger lasers here. Hamburgers. Jump through. Down attack. Goodbye. Okay, we're back to where we were. Stop it. All right. So you can jump and kill both of those. Or you can do this. The thing that I worry about just walking and doing this is a lot of times, see how close we hit them?
Mm-hmm.
If they drop a sub weapon, you cannot avoid that sub weapon. So just stand and attack it. That way you can see if it's going to drop a weapon and you don't accidentally lose your scrolls. The other way you could do this is gondola. They are allergic to crouching, which means they are allergic to gondola.
Oh, man. I love
So when they show up, you just gondola under them. Gondola. Gondola. Gondola the world. Gondola. All the way through.
showing
Except for this
no
last part.
fear whatsoever.
Yeah, like what's to be scared of? Otherwise, you could hop here, and you'll manipulate them to fly up.
Oh.
So I hop that. So there, and then I'd hop here, manipulate them to fly up,
Ah.
and then gondola under these. All right, but we'll keep it simple.
Yeah.
Crouch, fire, go, attack.
And again, you want Donatello out here because he takes out those ducks in one shot, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Go. And now when you get to this last set of jetpack enemies, duck, do not stop running. See, I see I left them on.
Oh my God,
on the
yeah.
screen. It's a nightmare. So you want to keep this, like, keep your forward momentum. Crouch, forward. Here, right here. I'm going to go. I do not want to hesitate. I want to keep walking forward so that I can get them to go off the screen. See how they're gone now?
Yeah. Wow.
And that guy just leaves. Now this is super easy. 1989 strats. As soon as I see a jetpack enemy, I just crouch. I like to swing as I walk just in case a duck spawns. So I'll swing. There's my, oh dear.
Yep,
There's my sub weapon drop. Hooray. But yeah, this is like super straightforward. Seems difficult, but it's really not. Just go slow. Duck and a duck. Hooray. All right. Now we got jetpack enemy. He spawns as soon as you walk past this. Once I walk past this, he's going to spawn. You can jump and throw shurikens if you want. But the easiest way to kill this guy, the safest way to kill this guy is just walk to the edge, go here, crouch. He will not bother you.
Wow.
Just slap him in his shins.
Here we go. And
now we got
come down to this.
The easiest boss. Interesting things to note here are, one, no matter what turtle you go in here with, they will all turn into Raphael. They will all put on the red bandana.
Kicking it old school.
Why? Don't know, but see, I'm Donatello. He didn't change. What is happening?
Wow.
There. I was like, I thought he did. Yeah. See, now I'm Raphael. I didn't change turtles.
Man, and like you said, as you can see, if you don't, as long as you're gonna jump on him, it's as easy. If you don't get a jump on him, you're gonna pay. As you just saw that health go awry.
Oh my gosh. This boss is so dumb though, because you just walk, see this gold bar on the wall.
Okay.
You put your nose on this gold bar. Like, he won't attack you. Like, he can't.
And he thought Rocksteady and Bebop were the mutant morons. Wow.
Yeah, you could just stand here as long as your nose is touching that gold bar. You can take him out.
Jesus. And if
One thing I will.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
One thing I will say is that throwing shurikens sometimes will cause him to teleport. Don't know why. But for some reason, projectiles he does not like. It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen sometimes.
Oh my god. And since you do have the scrolls, for those who have made it this far, can you just please show us, you don't have to explain how, but can you just please show us the magic trick with the glue net, the mouse trap? Since you have scrolls with Raphael, that shouldn't take too long.
I don't know if Raphael can do it, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, it needs to be a specific turtle. Oh, that's interesting. All right, cool. It's going to be an experiment here. Let's see. Raphael
can't do it.
Okay, then.
But Donatello can do it with shurikens.
Okay, let's see it then. That is awesome. Oh my god. Yeah, if you guys want to find out how to do this trick, we're going to have Drifting's Ultimate Speedrun tutorial pinned in the comments below on this video. If you guys enjoyed this, give it a like, share it with your buddies, spread the word. We'd love to have more people playing this game. We'd love to have more speedrunners. Drifting, as we're starting to slowly bring this in for a landing, is there anything else you'd like to say to the speedrunning community, and why should people speedrun this game, or just play it, either, whatever you want to share?
This is a good game. Like, do whatever you want. I'm not your real dad, but like, it's a very fun game. I realize that we have childhood memories or whatever they are of this game, but it's not that bad. Trust me. I think it's been one of those games that lives in lore as being this ultimate impossible game. But I feel like most NES games, it's just understanding the rules in which they operate. And once you do, they become demystified in many ways, but it's just a really fun game. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I love it.
I agree. Drifting, if people want to check out your streams of this live, we're recording this in June of 2025, and I do know you still stream live on Twitch. Can you please let our viewers know where they can find you on all your socials?
Oh, yeah, it's all Drifting Adams. YouTube, Twitch. I mean, that's pretty... I do have an Instagram I don't really use much, but I'm pretty much just on YouTube and Twitch.
Very good. And what is the Discord? Can you share a little more about the cool Discord that is featured Turtle Speedruns?
Yeah, the TMNT Speedrun Discord is in the TMNT speedrun.com. On the speedrun.com page for TMNT, you can join the Discord, and it covers all the Turtle games, not just this one. It's everything Turtles.
Oh, amazing. Drifting, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for all your time. I really appreciate the A+ effort you've given us. Again, guys, check out his amazing tutorial if you want to take a deep diver into the speedrun. And not only just speedrun, there's also some tips and tricks that are going to help you make this game even easier than what we covered here in this 2 hours. Drift, I hope to have you back on here again someday. I guess, actually, what is your ultimate goal for speedrun time? Do you have a goal?
No,
you're at 17:10 now.
I don't really... I'm the person that's... This is probably annoying for a lot of people. I don't really have a goal. My goal is to have fun, and as long as I'm continuing to have fun, I'm going to keep playing the game, and the times will lower. I joke saying I want to take the world record from Skunky. It's possible. It might happen. If I'm still having fun, it's a theoretical possibility I could get the world record. I don't know. Like, if I wake up tomorrow and decide I'm done speedrunning, I'm done speedrunning. That's all there is to it. But yeah, so no real goal time. I will say the next stop right now, I'm currently in 6th place. Any day I could get anywhere between 3rd and 5th and 3rd based on my current times. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing and keep having fun. I feel like goals a lot of times is the problem. I don't think it's bad to have goal times, but I do find that from watching a lot of people speedrun that everything that isn't that goal time is perceived as failure, which I completely disagree with. It's all important. The entire process is important, and learning to enjoy the process will make your experience speedrunning a lot better.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And pretty much like you already said, you prepare, you work hard, you have fun. The winning in speedrunning will take care of itself at the end. All right, my dude, it's been great. I can't wait to see you live stream this game later this week, my man. Have a great night. Thanks again for your time, Drift.
Right on. Thank you.